High five! You've made it to the second lesson. Now let's talk about how to find a magnetic topic, something that is so compelling that it really draws your audience in. To do that, first we have to understand who your audience is. Now, if something just came into your mind, my audience are single moms that love baking, great, you're done. Your job is complete. You already know who you're targeting. If you feel like, I'm not quite sure, then take the following exercise. First off, are you targeting consumers or are you targeting businesses? Are you in B2B? If you're targeting a business audience, is it a small business? Is it a large business? What kind of industry is it? And what would the typical job titles be that you're going after? So try to jot down these answers. Now, what about the individual buyer that you're talking to? What are their interests? Are they predominantly male or female? Are they urban? Are they suburban? Anything that comes to mind that helps you describe and home in on the audience is helpful here. All right, time to get your pen and paper out again and get creative. Now, with that audience in mind, with that industry in mind, or with that person in mind, what are the topics that you think are interesting to them? Write them down. Just make a brainstorm list. Anything that comes into your mind, write it down. What are topics that you think might be interesting for them? By the way, this is a great moment to pause the video and take a moment to brainstorm that list. If you do feel stuck, here are a couple of things and a couple of topics that always work, so I'm hoping those might get you unstuck. When I worked for GoToWebinar, my team did content research to figure out what are the topics that work for anybody. Are there any evergreen trends that we can find? And it turns out there are. There are 3 topics that really resonate with pretty much anybody in a B2B audience. Number 1 is to learn new skills on the job. So something that helps me get better at the work that I'm actually doing every day, something that I can apply immediately. Number 2 was industry news and industry trends. What's going on in my vertical? What is new to the industry? What is new to the role that I'm in? And the third one was, okay, I need fresh ideas. Give me something that I haven't thought about before. Give me something that's cutting edge that I could start implementing in my own job on a day-to-day basis that maybe I haven't thought about before. All right, but what do you do with that? So let's talk about the one where people were saying, hey, I want to learn something new about my job. Here's what you can do. Identify the top challenges that they have and then offer solutions for those challenges. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, right? And the good news is you can take shortcuts, and there's 2 I specifically like. One is to just take the job title that you're targeting, the role that you're targeting, and just doing a simple Google search. Top challenges for, I don't know, dentists, okay? So pretty simple. What are the top challenges? In a lot of cases, you're going to see the top 10 listed. Often there's some kind of research piece available. If that doesn't work, my number 2 tip for taking a shortcut is to go look at the most popular conference. Is there a conference that your audience attends? And then just, swipe and steal and borrow from the list of topics there, the titles of the different talks at the conference. Get inspired by that. Those are typically things that are going to work well for that audience. Working with trends is another beast. You have to be a little quick on your feet to make that work. So think about something that is coming up and be really quick in turning it around and offering it as a topic. If you're the first within a few days to have a webinar on a topic that is completely new to the industry, something that's just happened, that often works really well and drives large audiences. If you're the first to have insightful commentary on something that happened in your industry, you should totally host an event about it. And in terms of new ideas, well, that one might be easy. If you are creative and you have hacks to share, things to share that you think others may not be doing, that's a great way of providing fresh, new insight. Another way that you can do it is by interviewing people that are forward thinking. So get someone who's at the forefront of a specific technology or at the forefront of a specific industry and interview them, get their insights and give those to your audience. Whew, I know, that was a lot. But now we're bringing it home, we're bringing it all together. So I have created this little template and I've given you an example from Harry Potter, which should hopefully make this a little fun. So you can just fill in the blanks and you try to take what you learned about your audience, what you learned about the topics and the challenges that they have and what they're interested in, and you just type it into that formula. You can either do that straight on the website or you just, again, take a piece of paper and a pen and you do it there. So try to rein it in, bring it in, select a topic, select a top challenge, and really write that out and take the Harry Potter statement as a creative example and inspiration. All right, what did you come up with? I'm dying to know. If you feel confident, then please just share it out in the commentary at the bottom, or if you're not quite as confident, you can always email it to me, daniel@danielvoss.com, and I would really love to see what you came up with, what your statement is, what your topic is, how that relates to the challenges that your audience has, and I'd love to just take a peek at that. All right, we're done with this one. Go hit mark complete at the bottom of the page.